Hi, welcome back to Hi, my name is Alex. I'm at my work desk at the moment, and forgive me if it's quite noisy outside, there's a lot of construction work going on. Today, I actually want to go through a couple of topics which I think is quite important. One of them is basically the idea is that a lot of content creators out there, especially early ones just like ourselves, we jump into this thinking that one channel is enough. And don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work and we put in a lot of effort to build what we want to build. But the thing is, what I've been finding when I have to look and exploring over like 1,000 creators, watching billions of hours of YouTube basically, and just staring into my niche into other people, what I've been finding a common trend is that a lot of people have more than one channel. And let's face it, the idea is that when we're small like this and no one knows who we are, usually what you find, this is actually even the bigger YouTubers as well, they've got multiple channels because they want multiple streams of income coming through. And it's quite important because you just don't know what you're going to get. You can't rely on your ads alone. You don't know what you're going to get on a monthly basis. And for those who don't know, if you are doing YouTube full time, you get paid monthly. And it's also quite a difficult task as well. So they have multiple channels, even if you're running a full-time job like myself, when I'm working and using YouTube as a side hustle, you need to start early. Now, one common theme you're going to find is that a lot of the big YouTubers out there, and they already branded their names, so forth, they say that stepping into this is easy, and they say that you could do this in days. They can say all they want, but the reality is they already built a brand name. They built their profile, they built themselves, they've already monetized several channels, they've done it. And when you see their face, straight away it clicks to them. It's not those people you should be watching, it's the smaller content creators. It's the ones who's just starting out, the ones who are being challenged, who are going through the same dramas as you. What I say very commonly, it's not about looking at those who are like light years away from you. It's about those who are only a few steps away from you. They're the ones you should be really watching and pay attention to. Because once you reach those steps, then that person's only going to be ahead of you a little bit further. That means you're keeping up with them. And you're following those who are in the same trenches as you are, following the same troubles, and same troubles. Forgive me, I had a drink before, it's kind of get my throat a little bit dry here. But the idea is very simple. We need to look at things properly. The small content creators like us are challenged and faced with those dramas all the time. So how do you do this properly? Well, the thing is, reality is, I really feel strongly that being a content creator still stands in the same, like the olden days. It's still about 1 to 3 years. It's in that range. And what they say in this year, it takes about from video 1 to 158, and yeah, it's a very fixed number, when someone gets monetized this year in 2025. Like, we know already it takes 1,000 subscribers, 365 days, 4,000 watch hours to achieve monetization. And we already know you can achieve earning income way before monetization. But the thing is though, it takes time to build. And the common theme you're gonna constantly see is a lot of people who are just like us, just you and me, small content creators, fighting the trenches, really struggling here, and pushing ourselves out there because it's difficult. Of course, we're trying to get our name out there, and a lot of us fail. There's like over 20,000 videos being uploaded daily, every day. And then also, though, YouTube now stands on the top of being the most viewed social media platform there is compared to TV and all other stuff. It sits on the top. I think a 12% increase now. Forgive me, voice is a bit dry. Overall, what I'm trying to say here is that if you want to do this seriously, it doesn't matter if you're a full-timer, it doesn't matter if you're just doing it for fun, whatever it is, start early, have multiple channels, and make sure that when you decide to do these multiple channels of yours, either it's 2 or 3 or 4, I recommend you at least do 2 to start off with, just do 2, and work your butt off to make those 2 channels to be monetized. Work your butt off to do it, because we already know once you do that, it becomes passive income, right? And also the word passive income is not passive income, because technically speaking, you're still working pretty hard to make it happen. The only thing is though, you now can rely on other income streams coming through. So I can't stress enough that despite what you see on YouTube and you see those big guys out there saying it's so easy, just remember they're coming from a place that they've already been recognized. They made a face, they branded themselves already. They have a profile that you know about already. They already made themselves out there. So despite how easy they make it out to be, it can't be further from the truth. It's not that they're trying to trick you. It's not that they're trying to pour lies into you. It's more like because they're coming from a place of success. And I think they forget that. And they may say, oh, we got these ideas for small content creators and stuff. But the thing is, the minute their names pop up, the minute they show themselves, we already know they're doing well, right? We can already see that they're doing good. And that is in itself a whole complete different story. You know what I mean? And we come from a smaller place. We're grinding here. We're producing as many videos as possible. We're trying to be consistent. We're trying to listen to all those gurus out there. We're trying to do so many things. We're juggling a lot of things at once. And I get it. I'm the same boat as you. I'm pushing my roads. I'm really putting a hard way. I'm really trying toughy to make these things happen, you know? And the one thing I can't see myself, sorry, getting my throat, it's been dry today. I have to say that what I'm trying to do here is ultimately what I want to do is open 4 channels, and that's a struggle. I have 2 at the moment, this one and my other one. And of course, like they say, and I say this again for those who don't know, try to keep your audience separate from all your channels, because you got your target group of audience, you know, and not everyone's into particular topics you talk about, because you know you're trying to niche down, hyper focus on all this other material, but just try to keep it intact. That's a small little thing to say in the end, and I do go deep dive into other things, but for now that's important. But more important, what I'm trying to say is that more than important than ever before, if you're trying to jump into this, have multiple channels. Start very early and know it's going to take between 1 to 3 years, being realistic, and between video 1 to 158 to being monetized is what they say. If you can stick to that time frame, to those goals in mind, and that ideology, you're more have the ability of reaching a target. Because what I find is that we walk in blind. We walk in blind with no idea, and we seek and try to find more opportunities and ideas from everyone else. Now, you don't have to listen to me. By all means, don't. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm not telling you to. But I'm just giving you my input because I'm the same journey as you here. And I'm telling you here, if you're trying to, especially approaching this as an online entrepreneur and treating this more as a business approach than online content creator, and kind of both kind of collides with one another to be ultimately true, you can generate income from just your YouTube channels alone. I mean, there's people out there that have, especially with the AI tools today, some of them hold about further than to like 8 to 12, 16, even 22 YouTube channels. I've seen it already with those who, especially those who are faceless channels, who are doing that. But those who are unbranded channels are doing more like 4 to 5 and pushing to 6, give or take, channels that they run. And because they've got a system in place, a team in place, and at the same time, their face is their brand name, you know. And with the whole concept idea, you have to start early. And they all, one common thing they all, if you look at their early stuff, have hit at least up to 100-ish videos before they got somewhere. That's when they really bring, and even their stories, those I follow anyway, they all have the same backstory. It took them a year or 2. Some of them 3 or 4 years. Other of them took over 500 videos or more. This is the crazy stories of the truth. How far are you going to push yourselves? How willing do you want it? How eager do you want to have this as a hustle, you know, as a career, as something you want to do? And do you want to be that online entrepreneur? And I push that a lot, especially in this channel. So my word of advice for you, and I'll stress this again, start very early. Think about your main niches that you want to get into. Don't put it into one channel. No, don't do that. Break it into several. Ask yourself that general question. Can you produce, first of all, between 1 to 158 videos? Just that way you've got a set mind and a goal in place, you know, because now you know that's a common theme where people are getting monetized from those numbers. And then you also know now that being a small content creator, even though you're medium or big or whatever size you are, they have multiple channels, because that's how you get multiple streams of income through ads, through sponsorships, through advertisements, through your digital products and so forth. You know that, but you need to start really early. And my recommendation, just open up 2 channels, really hyper focus down, and ask yourself that general question: can you produce a lot of videos? And then the next question is this: even though the idea is between 1 to 158 videos, can you produce more videos the next year after, the year after that, the year after that? Can you stay spontaneous and also quite, you know, into your theme without burning out, and you know you can continue long afterwards? I definitely need to drink a glass of water after this, guys. So Today, I don't want to say too much more than that, but I just thought it was important to FYI for you guys to know that, because we're in the same boat here and we're trying to climb further and be monetized and also do well. And we turn this and flip this around as a business. And as we all know, we don't always going to be able to get those subscribers that we need, or those 4,000 watch hours, or those whatever. And even if we don't, we want to make sure we can generate the most income as possible. And even if you don't take the strategy that's the way you want to, holding multiple channels is still not a bad thing, because you hit more people. You target the audience that you're after, and more people are going to reach out for different things. By reaching out further, solving more problems than just the one, then it's only going to make more money for you. Like, that's a simple thing, right? Because like I always say, the world we live in, this social world we live in, the primates that we are, we need to network. We live on that. We thrive on that. And that generates money, right? That generates money, it makes more content, and we live and survive. We live and breathe it. That's how businesses survive, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. As always, I always love talking to you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Hi, my name is Alex. See you later now. Bye.